I'm doing something different for this video. And number one, Jennifer, regardless of how this comes out, I want you to make sure I upload it to the internet.
Okay.
Can you do that? Good.
Yes.
This is going to be one shot, start to finish, no cuts, no second chances. I need to get back to basics, back to the live connection from me to you. Need to get back to my live game a little bit. Topic number one, thank you for 50,000 subscribers. That's amazing to me, and I appreciate it when anyone takes the time to watch one of my videos, even if it's just to leave an uncomplimentary comment. You took time out of your day. I appreciate that. 50,000 of you had the faith to click that subscribe button. To commemorate that, I'm going to do a first ever Jenny's Garage giveaway. One prize package, winner take all, and there will be a skill element involved, and you will be rewarded for being a loyal viewer. This is all in the spirit of thanks for you watching the channel. The prize has three parts. Part number one, stickers from the 300cc big bore kit that I installed on the Husqvarna. I paid money for these, so I don't want to throw them away, but I'm not really a sticker guy either. So I think someone may enjoy these. They could put them on their skateboard or their lunch pail, or an item of their choosing. Item two of the prize package. This is a genuine antique California license plate. It was originally installed on the Trail 90, but since the motorcycle hadn't been registered since 1987, doesn't seem that long ago, the DMV has since recycled this number and it's out running around on another vehicle, so this is unable to be re-registered. That's a disclaimer. See, I stuttered. I would have clipped that out and probably redone this whole thing from start to finish regularly. Anyway, since this number is out there running around on another vehicle, it's strictly for decorative purposes. Don't get angry at me. Don't take time to enter the contest, win the contest, only to find that you can't register this for your Willys Jeep. Something to hang on your mantelpiece. And for all you cash lovers out there, I'll throw in a once crisp $2 bill.
Ooh! Where did you get that?
I was going through some things and I found it. And that leads me to part two of this little video. In life, there are times of calm and there are times of intensity. And it's all relative for different people. What some people might think is a feverish pace, other people may take that in stride. But all that matters is your own perception. And I perceive my life taking a turn toward intensity. It's important to be able to handle both ends of that spectrum, calm and storm, with efficiency and with good mental health and physical health. Our whole living situation may change. And the may part is one of the reasons this is an intense situation, because everything's up in the air. But our whole living situation might change. I'll go into more detail as things become clearer. The impact for the YouTube viewer is that I don't have time to do any in-depth videos right now. That's the negative. The positive is you might get yourself a $2 bill. The negative is I'm going to be delayed a couple of weeks for my son's PW50 project, which I really wanted to do quickly. The Shasta videos have taken a while. I started that project almost 3 years ago, and there have been accusations floating around that I've given up on that project. I haven't given up. It's true, I'm not currently working on the trailer, and I'll leave it at that. But I have a treasure trove of videos to work through and edit, and just because I'm not working at it at the present time does not mean it's a dead project. Far from it. So those types of videos are going to be put on the back burner for at least a couple of weeks, probably. It may be a week and then I'll be able to start working on this again. But it all depends on this uncertainty that's circling me like a toxic black cloud of killer bees. So I just wanted to give you that heads up. There's a reason for my lack of continuation for these projects. Hopefully you'll stick with me. Cash and prizes. So I also want to clear up a couple things. I would have clipped that out too. Woo! Jennifer, are you going to make me upload this?
Yes.
Okay. So I've kind of started to allude to things and explain things and give you little snippets of what I may be up to, and then I'm afraid I don't follow up with it all the time. Just a few videos ago I talked about a business venture that I was working on, and I didn't even go any farther than that. I just said, I've got this business venture I'm working on and I'm spending a ton of time on it, but I'm not going to say anything else. Well,
You tease.
I don't mean to tease. I'm bashful, for one thing, because, you know, we're surrounded by false excellence. And through the television and through the social media mass data collection systems that are all over the place, everyone seems like they're some type of celebrity. And if I were to reveal what I was doing to try to make a few bucks, I would feel a little bit self-conscious, because that's just how basic it is compared to all of the apparent perfection and superstardom and excellence that I see all around me. Because of this situation that we're going through, that project is on hold as well. I'm worried about it because I worked on it very intensely, and I'm afraid I'm going to forget my project. A lot of times when I work on something, I'll get rolling and I just think about it 24/7. Even when I'm sleeping, I'm thinking about it, and it's a continuous cycle of inspiration and trying something, succeeding, maybe a little failure, but it's a growing entity of itself that I'm constantly feeding into, and that's been halted. I basically was going to try to manufacture something that I feel there's a need for based on my own research and my own experience. A little doodad I could build in my shop that would have reasonable demand, and I could build it for about, what did I figure? I told you, Jennifer, maybe, I think I could build it for $5 and sell it for $20. I figured I'd net $10 on about 5 minutes of work. So the hourly wage is there, but I haven't even gotten to that point yet. It'll take a lot of time to recoup the hours and hours I've spent on this thing already, and I'm taking too much time talking about it now. This is a dead project. But for the person or people who asked about that little tangent that I went in on another video, that's the answer. I also talked about buying a vehicle to work on and have fun with and possibly sell at a profit. I tried to buy a Corvette but got cold feet because of some shady business with the seller. I've kind of gone astray from that idea as well, both because of the situation we're going through. Camera girl, you just walked away. I must be getting boring.
No, our offspring is getting into trouble.
Okay, excuses. So I was thinking about buying the car, fixing it up, selling it, but I think the vehicle market is very efficient and it's very competitive, which means it's very difficult to make money in. You have a thing called Kelley Blue Book, which gives buyers and sellers a price that they ought to be transacting business on their car for. So it's very rare to find a super duper deal as a buyer, and as a seller it's really tough to fetch a premium for your car. Everybody is looking for a deal on a car, and everybody selling a car knows what their car is worth. That makes it hard to do business in that arena, except that cars are liquid, which means you can buy and sell them without a lot of trouble if you are reasonably priced, but it's tough to make money. I even registered for Copart, the insurance auction business, but I've kind of backed away from that. There is another type of vehicle that I'm looking at, and I'm not going to say, but I might actually have some things to this side of the camera on deck that we'll talk about. No, you. This is, I have a method, but I've got some projects on deck, and you guys like motorcycles. All the Shasta people are saying, no, I want a vintage trailer. I'll get back on that vintage trailer. So the car deal is dead for now, unless I happen to find something super duper duper. But I've got some other ideas. I've always got ideas. Bad ones lots of times. Did you know, speaking of our offspring, who I love, this motorcycle is a labor of love for the offspring. But he was throwing rocks at Grandma and Grandpa's house the other day. He broke the back windshield of our Mercedes-Benz. My beautiful 300D smashed to a million bits. So last week, see, a broken rear window, how am I doing on time? About 3 or 4 minutes so far?
No, you're nearing 12. You gotta wrap this up in 12 minutes or your battery will die.
I need to tell you about how to enter the contest. Okay.
Yes!
Okay, so I'll talk about the glass, then we'll do the contest, then we'll wrap it up. A broken glass windshield for me, since I have had no experience in that type of repair, meant that I would either have to spend a whole lot of money, about $500 or $600, to have a professional repair my window and hope that it was repaired correctly. So a lot of money but not a lot of effort put into the fix, or a lot of effort and uncertainty on a job that I didn't know how to do, but not quite as much money. You know me well enough. I went down to the recyclers. I bought a window for $100. I bought some goop to put it in, and I gave it the old college try. We smeared the polyurethane in the I'm still here. I'm not sneaking a cut here while you're watching this. I put the goop where the window goes. Then we lowered the window and it stuck. We went down the road and it hasn't fallen out. I haven't water spray tested it yet. I probably should, but it's like going to the doctor because of the lump in your side. You know you should have it checked out, but you really don't want to know what Dr. Doopy Face has to say about your lump. Just let it be. Just let it be. And I'm letting it be with whether or not that window leaks. It probably doesn't leak. So, how do you enter the contest for these fabulous prizes? I have 2 questions for you. Write this down. Number 1, what is the highest indicated speed for the Trail 90 that was shown on my GPS app on my cell phone? This was before we put the 125 engine in it. What's the highest speed that was indicated in the video? That's question 1. Question 2, how much did I pay originally for the Shasta? I don't even know how much I have into it, but how much did I originally pay for it? 2 questions.
I don't even remember what we paid for it.
You may not enter the contest. These are going to one viewer.
I want that $2 bill.
I might have another one for you. I know how much you could buy one for. So 2 questions. Top speed of the Trail 90 as indicated on the telephone, and the price of the Shasta. The first 10 entrants to post the correct figures in the comments below will be entered into a random drawing, which I will videotape approximately a week from now.
Can I pick it?
I don't know how we're going to pick it.
Random number or hat?
It needs to be fair. It needs to be fair. You have a benefit if you go out there right now and find out. And see, this rewards the people who are familiar with the channel and with the projects, because they might know the numbers off the top of their head, or at the very least, they'll have an idea of where to look for those figures. So good luck to everyone. I appreciate you watching my videos throughout what I've done. I'm still, just between you and me, come here, camera girl. We're on a tripod, aren't we? Turn it around so we can see. I'm still trying to find my voice on YouTube, and you can see by the progression of the videos. Are you going to bat my hand away?
No,
there was
a
a news story about the president's wife batting his hands away. I never even saw the video clip, but it was,
like that.
yeah. Oh, I thought you were saying move along, talk.
No.
So anyway, my first videos were a certain way. I was just trying to explain how to replace a doodad. I started trying to produce things more. I made silly songs. I've done all kinds of stuff, and one of the reasons that, probably the reason I'm doing this video and I'm holding myself to publishing whatever comes out. This is the first try for this video. No clips, no cuts, no edits, no fades, none of that. I need to get back to basics, because that's really what YouTube is even good for. You can... Do you deny?
I don't deny.
Anybody with money can get a professional production made, but the personal interaction... You think that's funny? Do I amuse you? No, what exactly makes me funny? Do I make you laugh? Do I amuse you? So we threw that movie away because we don't have space for it. What was I saying? So that's what YouTube is good for. This is a personal connection that you don't get. The more you edit and the more you have people looking at the product before the public sees it, the more generic it gets and the less personal it is. And that's what's good about what we're doing here. I'm talking to you, and you can talk right back in the comments section. If this works out and my subscriber count doesn't get cut in half because I'm so difficult to listen to in my au naturel form, vocally, maybe I'll do another, and I'll continue this type of production. It should be easy to edit. It will be easy to edit.
You don't need to edit it.
I'll have to put the window in there. There's something else I was going to go into. I was a good Samaritan with regard to scrap metal.
Oh, I thought you meant put something in
for
editing. The scrap metal is a good story,
we'll
but
talk about
you
it
might
later.
be out of time.
I'm out of time, and your patience has worn thin. You know the rules to enter the contest. I'm sorry it took so long. You had to watch almost the whole video to enter. Thanks for watching.